And we're back at it. It's your boy Laserbeam J. Decided to record my past tournament. It's my first time here at Camp Sankanac. Pretty awesome course. I was here playing a birdie tournament.
Oh my god.
Started off on hole 11, almost rang that one up on the first throw. Our next shot was a nice little hyzer flip, maybe like about 250. Pretty tight lane. Off the cage, I was really looking forward to making that one, but I did not. So our next hole, it's more of a placement shot. I get that to a good spot. Give myself a hyzer flip off the right side for that birdie opportunity, and didn't finish that one off. So we're taking par there. We move on to the next hole. I get a pretty good pull. Get myself on some flat ground for what should be an easy, almost hyzer spike approach, and I don't know if I slipped and just did not get a good release on there. So from a tricky spot, I still try to give it a bid, but I was able to clean up for the par. Definitely happy about that one. This next shot was like a 333 foot flick. If you got it, I give myself a really good putt and totally airballed. I try to put some hyzer on that. We had a lot of wind on this hole. Pushed it right, but I still made it through. And another airball, man. So as you can see, the putting difficulties already costing me a good amount of opportunities. Could have put me pretty far up ahead. I was happy to get this one across. Rolled down to the bottom of the hill. I still gave it. I tried to give it just a layup, but ended up taking the cage, and I think I took a 4 on that hole. This is a pretty big shot. I got a flex forehand.
That's the shot. I never take a part.
Up and around, and gave myself such an easy approach for the birdie. Just a little flick right there. Maybe less than 20 feet. I actually thought I had that one, and yeah, just pretty disappointed going into the next hole. I believe I shorted this one. Came up a little too high on with too much angle. Still with a circle 2 look, but on a pretty steep hill. I gave it a run, but inches off. So I pushed this one pretty out, pretty straight out with good angle. That cuts right back to the basket. Yep. Setting myself up for the bird there. I think this was like a 515 foot downhill shot. That one I just didn't get it high enough. Pretty decent approach.
Oh yeah, that's dropping nice. Oh, good up.
I'm taking a par there, so we move on to this next hole with a pretty tight gap. Just want to get over this creek.
Wow.
I believe if you get it high enough, you're going to get a better chance to get on that flat ground on the left and maybe give yourself a nice putt. But I think I take a par here. We're just moving on to the next hole. This is another pretty big shot downhill. I get a really clean release off of this. And after I throw it, I see a gap where if you do want to try to go further and put it at the pin, it's definitely possible. Just got to have a really good line. So I pitch up, get a par, walk out of there. So in this hole, it looks like you really want to start off straight, like almost like pretty much dead straight after that last skinny tree in the back. And then if you can get further on hill, maybe even better. Here I go with a leopard 3. I'm trying to keep this on the line, turned over, but unlucky, take a hit left. Still got a putt for the bird. Good amount of wind. but it helps and carries that right to the basket. Yeah, I gotta run that one in. So we are on the second to the last hole of this first round. I really wish I got that higher, but you know, that's a good miss for being right in the middle of the fairway. Try to get this as far as I could and give myself an easy look for a layup for par. You know, I want to run it, but there's a creek in the back. So I go to pretty overstable this. I make a very bad error right here. And at the end, this one kicks left. And if you don't get it across that line, it's pretty much shoot from the drop zone. Give myself a nice wide approach. Try to avoid that creek on the left. Stop any more bleeding. And then we're moving on to the second round. I found myself on the lead card. So we're actually starting off on the hole I ended on. This time I actually get a birdie look. I decided to play it safe with a flick, and I mean, it pays off without going out of bounds, but I really got to make that putt. I take a faster shot this round on that uphill shot. Still get the bird there. And this one, I'm trying to make a correction from the last round. I put it out a little wide. This time I'm putting it straight down the middle, letting it flip up and rise straight. It actually tails off a little bit at the end, catches a tree, but I still get a nice putt. Circle one, 20 feet, maybe less. Happy to get that one. That's 2 in a row. Put this one a little wider. I'm trying to get into a better position, get up to the green, and just another missed bird opportunity right there. The shot comes out low. Now I'm a little bit in the valley, but similar spot to last time. I throw a faster driver. I'm trying to get this to hyzer in, and just a little too wide again. That time hitting chains. I'm not too upset. I'm still pretty much in contention
on the
for first at this point. This one's a little high. Get into a similar spot as the first round, but I'm trying to force this one to the right, but I think the hill just made what that disc is what it is. It's an overstable disc, and luckily I get a nice soft touch, and I put that one for an easy par. See, this round I decided to go to, with a hyzer flip, try to go underneath the wires now that I could actually see them better. It almost felt like they just magically appeared the second round. Pitched that one up for a par. Didn't really want to play with that hill. I tried to go for the same shot the second round. I cooked it a little more than the first. I had my approach shot got hit by a tree, so I'm just laying up for par right here. That one's pinned. This is probably my first big boo-boo in the match off the tee. So I'm here trying to give it a small bid. Pretty close. Taking a par there. After that great first round shot on this hole, I tried to get it closer, but I threw it with a little more angle and not as hard.
Damn.
So I pinched myself inside, still hit the cage. I'm taking the par there. This one I put it out way wide, and I'm really trying to get this to go as far as possible. And I definitely get closer right here with a circle 3. Look, try to throw it in, give it a soft bid. That was a great line, just a little harder would have given it a better chance. So I'm taking par here. My car mate actually takes a bird there, which puts a lot of pressure on these next few holes. I wanted to get this one far, but I'll get this one down to the hill with a straight look at the basket. Give it a nice soft bid, and man, I almost rung it up. So pressure's on. He makes that putt. My car mate, Adrian, makes it again, so I'm really trying to go for it this time with that line I was saying. He forces straight, and you want to like hyzer in, but that one flipped up on me, rose straight. I'm actually pinned high in this tunnel, and a little too high on that. That actually skips OB, and I'm taking a 4 here, so that was a unfortunate take. And I just wanted to start having fun on this last hole, so I
Jordan.
boosted one on a higher line than previous, and
Smoke.
this one pushes out pretty far. I'm a little pinch right, so it would have been better being more left to have an easy approach, but take my Excalibur, throw this on a wide high hyzer, and I gave myself a really good look, like another 20-25 footer, and this would have gave me a solo second place. One pump, two, and just rushed it. Yeah, so I think I had about 12 missed opportunities. When I'm really looking through that film, I'm definitely making a lot of improvements. Been working on my form still, as always, and I played a really clean round. I'm just happy that I was able to have a podium finish. I finished with a rating well over my average, I guess. And this is just the beginning. I'm gonna keep coming out with more content. Just make sure you like and subscribe, and definitely share it to anyone you know. So, I'm out.